Yeah. But I guess that's the more There's more of it now.
One singular.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Are you having fun? Yeah! Okay, welcome to Dino Talk, a program hosted by our education department here at the Natural History Museum. My name is Sorin. I work in the education department as a museum archivist, and I love dinosaurs. Does anyone here love dinosaurs? So, our walking tour begins with this watercolor. Leaping Laylaps. What is this painting called?
Leaping Laylaps!
Awesome job. Now, this is a very old, very special piece of art commissioned by the museum in 1897. It was the first media to depict dinosaurs as athletic and agile, but before then, it was widely believed that they were big, sluggish creatures. But this thought wasn't made on a whim. Lots of evidence pointed in its direction. What kind of evidence am I talking about? Can you think of anything the dinosaurs left behind for us to study?
Fossils!
Great, you said that. You? Yes. Okay, fossils. Now, bones are a very important type of fossil. With enough bones, you can piece together how these dinosaurs looked. We'd examine other fossils too, like eggs, footprints, and even dinosaur poop. I know, right? Now, with these pieces of evidence, we can make predictions about things that did not survive, like dinosaur behavior, speed, flesh, or feathers. Now, let me ask you... Sorry, kiddos, it's just... I've been doing Dino Talks for the past 4 years, and today is the day I put my foot down. See, my cards tell me to ask you the question, what are these dinosaurs doing? But frankly, I'm very confused why I'd be asking you this. This piece was inspired by the Bone Wars. So it's pretty clear what these dinosaurs are trying to do. They're trying to kill each other. Othniel Charles Marsh and Edward Drinker Cope, the two most influential paleontologists of 19th century America, they went absolutely mad with ambition. These men were willing to do whatever it takes to name more fossils, uncover more bones, publish more findings than their opponent, all whilst completely oblivious to the truth. In the end, both would wind up abandoned, broke, and humiliated with their careers in ruins. In fact, this piece was painted by Charles Knight, an artist under the apprenticeship of Edward Drinker Cope. If the Bone Wars sound interesting to you, we'll be selling an exclusive picture book in our gift shop next summer. So, let me ask you, why don't we continue our tour this way?
The year is 1863. On a lake shore, a little ways from the University of Berlin, Edward Drinker Cope, mid-20s, sits underneath the stars. Flooded with wonder, his glasses glisten in the moonlight. He stares at a piece of paper, a study from today's lecture. His face is concentrated with worry. 32-year-old Othniel Charles Marsh is in an empty reading room, wearing a suit too small for him. His nouveau-riche uncle has promised to fund his education, but not his wardrobe. He holds Darwin's Origin of Species in his hands as he paces the floor. His brawny build is attributed to working year after year on his family's farm, back in Lockport, New York. Fiery eyes contradict his sleep-deprived face. Berlin, Germany, 1863.
Mr. Marsh, I pray I'm not interrupting your studies.
No,
No, not at all. A disturbance from you is hardly a disturbance at all.
Yes, I figured that was so. This is a matter of life and death.
Life
And faith.
well then,
A pinch of propriety.
is it now?
And like all things,
Bones.
bones. My study on reptilian vertebrae. I'd like it back.
My apologies, I have not yet finished reading it. I was to start this afternoon.
No need. By sunrise, it'll be ashes along with the rest of my work. I'm burning it. All of it, so I'd like it back.
You can't be serious.
I return home next month, and I simply cannot continue this field of study.
Not continue for what reason?
I'm here for my study and nothing more. Now, if you cooperate, I may no longer be a distraction to your work.
Not until you explain this madness.
Mr. Marsh!
Mr. Cope.
Very well. Spy this.
Ah, a new fossil. From one of the professors, I presume it's quite... Oh? What's this?
Archaeopteryx. My very being has been its captive since old Professor Ofelia did show me the skeleton of the creature. You see here? Full set of teeth, a rather flat sternum, a long bony tail, gastrula, and 3 claws on a wing. A wing! A reptile with wings! True, it's nearer than a bird than a reptile, but it is neither.
Mr. Cope, you have read on the origins of species, yes?
Of course, this is what I'm getting at. My God, you are so dull today. This is why I need my paper back. This is why I must burn all of my work by yesterday.
But what bad news is in this photograph? I see none. This new information backs the very theory Mr. Charles Darwin has just proposed. It's great news. Why does this bring you down?
Does it not disturb you?
Disturbed me. This display of evolution between species is magnificent.
Here I thought you were an upright man, Mr. Marsh.
I suppose there should always be room for doubt, but the conclusions are quite logical.
Just a minute, Mr. Marsh. This is simply not how the world was intended to be. This is not how it works. You and I both know very well the origins of life, the Garden of Eden.
I must say, Mr. Cope, with a mind as imaginative as yours, lacking the ability to consider the impossible is, well, startling to say the least. This kind of evolution takes centuries, of course. It's not a quick process, but it makes sense, yes?
It is not God's will.
Well, sense hardly is. Have we Americans come all this way to Berlin to become close-minded? Burning your work in this field will vanish the truth that has been uncovered. Did Galileo hide his findings of the solar system? Your act is illogical.
Logic does not secure eternal paradise after one hangs his hat. You can understand that, can't you?
No, I cannot. My eternal paradise does not occur beyond some heavenly gates, but right here on earth. I shall live through my publications in paleontology or perhaps a museum, and of course, once I finish my studies and accept the professorship at Yale, through the work of my pupils, I might be a part of this. Evolution. Development. Growth. In a superstitious age, when every natural event is referred to as a supernatural cause, science cannot live. And often as the sacred fire may be kindled by courageous, far-seeing souls, will it be quenched by the dense mist of ignorance around it? These images prove the earth takes care of her creations. Is it impossible to dream she may take care of ours too?
Yes, but when has the world ever cared for man? Why do you think we turned to God in the first place? Look at the state of our nation, Mr. Marsh. As we sit at our desks, men fight in civil war for the right to exist in the very land in which they were birthed. We are an embarrassment to God.
Would you rather take their place? Faced with the bloodshed of battle?
You know, as a Quaker, I cannot. Well, fearful men like you have no excuse.
It is not fear, Cope. My eyesight is preventing me from joining the war. You are well aware.
Oh, yes, of course. Your eyesight is preventing you from joining the war.
And do not preach that your God shall do anything. If your God were not as stagnant as a grave, we would not be fighting the South in the first place, now would we?
Why does it matter? Nothing is one digging in the dirt for trinkets and bones.
You act as if you were being held at gunpoint, studying here in Berlin at the world's finest institution for natural history.
I might as well be. Forced here by the hands of my father, an attempt to destroy my love for Sorin Haven.
Sorin Haven? Who the hell is that?
Wait. Erasing. We're erasing. Okay, let's take it back a frame.
I might as well be. Forced here by the hands of my father, an attempt to destroy my love for Mary Fairfield.
Oh, God.
I do not know if my spite wails from the pain of being away from her touch, or from rageful spite that my father thinks he can lock me in a cage.
Your privilege is showing, Cope.
Give me back my reptilian vertebrae study.
If you truly must burn something, do yourself a favor. Feed your love letters to the flame. Your lecture notes alone have more prospect than a marriage born of spite.
Oh, it's not spite, it's rebellion.
I suppose it was wrong of me to expect maturity from a child.
A child? I turn 24 next month. Yet you, in your 30s, stand spouseless and childless. You've accomplished nothing more than I. I shall not play part in dismantling God's kingdom.
If fossil discovery is sinful, why would God leave them to be found?
Perhaps they were not meant to be found. Perhaps that is why they are buried under the dirt.
If you believe in God's creations, then prove them to be true. Do what you must to remain in this field beside me. I've seen your drawings. The prehistoric garden of Sorin and man, the monsters in the book of Job. I may not believe such conclusions, but in searching for a world where men come from fleshy dreams rather than ashes, you've made more progress for this new field of academia than even I. Leave your pages on my desk. I shall send it to your home in Philadelphia once you've come to your senses.
You are a wonderful friend, Othniel.
A logical friend, Edward.
What shall I do when I'm home in Philadelphia without you?
Spend your days missing me.
It's true. Philadelphia, challenge me as you do.
I shall miss you too. Leave me now before I become sentimental.
Goodbye, Othniel.
It's still my beating heart. You are not meant to walk such words.
Morning.
Sorin, I was up all night drawing the first chapter. You know, when Cope and Marsh first met at the university. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's got religion and like politics and like everything you sent me in your notes. I love the way you summarize. It's like, you're gonna love it.
You know what I love? Showing up to work on time.
Oh. Am I on time now?
No.
Wanna see?
I got your storyboard this morning.
You saw it already?
I did.
And?
It's good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Also, slightly homoerotic.
Yes.
We have to take that last frame out.
What?
Yeah.
What?
This is an educational book. We have a responsibility to educate. I mean, sticking to facts, truth, historical data. This is essentially fan fiction.
We also have a responsibility to inspire. See, I quote from a commission offer letter. Create a graphic novel inspired by the infamous Bone Wars as an incentive for a high school audience to visit a museum and pursue careers in science.
If the education department wanted fiction, they wouldn't have me fact-checking your chapters.
Sorry, I'm an artist. I have to have some kind of creative freedom here.
We're not paying you to have creative freedom. It's a wonder we're paying you at all.
Oh.
Tammy didn't tell you why you were hired? Some donor dumped a bunch of money into the education department for this commission. It's great. We have more than enough now to do this, plus our free field trip program, our dino talks, and a little explorer classes. I'm even getting a raise. Speaking of, the education department got us all prevents. If the book does well, the donor will fund it every week.
And you know what we could do well? Characters we can root for, complicated relationships.
Look, I know it's your second week, so I don't expect you to understand how this all works. You've got to understand that the next generation of scientists could read this. I know Cope and Marsh are pretty bad dudes, but it's better they know the truth. I mean, schools still teach that Pilgrims and Native Americans lived in peace. If my kid were to grow up all misinformed...
You have a kid?
I was speaking theoretically. I get where you're coming from, but the answer's no.
You can do that?
I'm your boss, Kamari.
Right.
You act like you've never had a job before.
I have, my webtoons. And I only graduated last year.
Last year? Oh my god, you're just a kiddo.
I'm not a kiddo, I'm 23. I make a lot of money for my webtoons. 3 times what you're paying me here. So I really don't have to do this. But I am. Because of your name.
My name?
I have this trick to help me remember names. People like you more when you remember their name. I look up the meaning of their name. So, when you emailed me for my interview a few weeks ago, I looked up Sorin, which means
I don't know what it means.
the sun. And mine in Kamari means the moon. Sun and moon.
Are you flirting with me right now?
Sorry, not only am I your coworker, I am 32 years old.
Well, you look great. Anyways, thanks for the narrow.
Oh my god.
1868, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Mr. Marsh!
Mr. Cope!
It is wonderful to see you in person rather than in ink and parchment. Do tell me of your Yale professorship.
Oh, just lovely. I have complete freedom of my schedule, which lends me to plenty of opportunities for private research.
Complete freedom?
Indeed.
Because it is unpaid?
Indeed.
I mean, no animosity, friend. With the new constitutional amendment, so many are finding their fortunes disrupted. I simply wanted to verify you were steady in regard to spondylux.
My finances are perfectly in tune, Cope. My uncle is looking out for me. However, I am slightly concerned by what lies on the horizon, for you and I both. Edward, you understand that paleontology is still a largely misunderstood field. Correct?
Naturally.
Hence why these men need something to cling to root for, to care about. I intend to create a stir of sorts to generate some enthusiasm, and perhaps that could secure some financial interest in...
Gentlemen,
Good morning, Dr. Lady. I was just asking Cope about his teachings at Haverford College.
thought you had resigned, Mr. Cope.
Is that true?
Oh, Marsh, you did not know.
Ah, there's Mr. Packard.
I am no longer the professor of zoology at Haverford.
You've taught there no more than a year.
My passion is for paleontology.
Paleontology? Do your parents support it? Can a Quaker publicly pursue something of this nature?
I have yet to forget your challenge, Marsh. I'm determined to prove that what I note is true. My prison shall be my grave before I will budge a jot, for I owe my conscience to no mortal man. And just between us, I've been appointed head of paleontology for the U.S. Geological Survey.
A survey?
Shh! The Academy mustn't know until Hagen delivers the news.
That's wonderful. And this means you did break off your engagement with Miss Merrifield, I presume. One cannot exactly provide for a wife and children in this kind of work.
Oh, Marsh, I grew bored of Mary Fairfield. However, Annie Pym and I have been wedded.
Annie Pym.
My distant cousin.
Congratulations.
It was a quiet celebration, family exclusive. You know us Quakers. Marrying Annie was the only way my family would allow me to pursue this. And, Mr. Marsh, I owe it to you. When passion is bestowed upon a man, as is the responsibility to pursue it. You model that better than any man I know.
Yes.
As I've come to find, passion is not something that can run out. And my eternal passion is fated with paleontology. Time, on the other hand, time runs out. My time was unwisely spent teaching zoology when I belonged with the Saurians. Thus, passion is expendable, and time is precious. None to waste then. Here, something for you.
New publication. Petonius marshy, an amphibian fossil. Oh, what a lovely drawing.
Petonius marshy. After you. For not permitting me 3 years ago to burn the very work I live for. Thank you. Token of admiration.
I really must tell you something of your presentation before.
Mr. Edward Cope, I'm honored to introduce your presentation today. Mr. Osborne has reported you've pitched some content for the upcoming issue of American
Oh,
Naturalist.
yes. I recently found a skeleton in the Haddonfield Marsh.
Haddonfield Marsh.
Indeed. The Haddonfield Marsh, as in Marsh, you know. I would be delighted to deliver a personal tour soon, as your preference, of course, but the discovery. Yes, I should think to call it Laelabs, after the goddess Diana's hunting dog, which, as you know, because you both are very knowledgeable and well-read individuals, was turned to stone mid-leap by way of magic.
Fantasy at the forefront of your mind as always, Mr. Cope.
True, yes, but in sincerity, I must say it is absolutely gigantic and altogether the finest discovery I have yet made.
Mr. Gregory.
May we begin, Mr. Cope?
Yes, indeed.
Settle in, gentlemen. We shall begin now. Dr. Edward Drinker Cope to present on his newest publication, The American Naturalist.
Oh, just a moment. I shall do the name reveal in the presentation. Thank you.
Pardon me. Yes. Well then, Dr. Cope, you have the foresight.
Thank you, Dr. Lady. Good afternoon, scholarly gentlemen. In November of last year, I received a container here at the Academy of the Natural Sciences for the Geological Survey's travels through the Pierre Shell. After opening the container and analyzing the 2 vertebrae inside, I demanded Dr. Turner bring me the rest of its remains to Fort Wallace. And after sleepless months of reconstruction, I present to you today the Elasmosaurus flatoris, allied to the Plesiosaurus, but devilishly unique in 2 fashions. First, it is the largest of the Plesiosaurus family and contains a delightful peculiarity with regard to its vertebrae. Therefore, it demands a new category altogether, the Streptiosaura, meaning reversed lizards. The diagnosis is as follows. The vertebrae are reversed in their directions, as in the interior is looking downwards and the posterior upwards. The vertebracal character may be explained on the supposition that the zygofin and the zygogantral articulation is present, the zygopophysial wanting, or that the obligatory of the faces of the zygophyses is reversed.
Mr. Cope, have you considered the possibility that the vertebrae are inverse, not due to the nature of the Streptosauria spine, but because you have put the long end foremost?
Pardon?
Have you taken into account the fact that you placed the head on the tail end?
Othniel, what are you?
Dr. Lee, you've mentored both Mr. Cope and I in all things paleontology. Might you lend a careful eye?
This is ridiculous. It's entirely new species altogether, thus explaining the...
If you take a look at the tail in contrast to the neck, here and here, it would be a far more reasonable conclusion should the stouter and sturdier of the 2 be used to propel a body as this through water. The long and thin lizard-like caudal appendage you've got here is quite evidently the neck, not the tail.
Gentlemen, is there a possibility that I may have, due to excitement and possible speculation, mistakenly overlooked this occurrence and named a new species? Yes, that is a possibility, but I have studied vertebrates for nearly 5 years now. I assure you, I understand the difference between a neck and a tail. I shall personally buy back the misprints and release a refined issue in the American Naturalist shortly. I suppose we should move on to the next item on our agenda, Dr. Lady.
Certainly. Some news from the U.S. Geological Survey. Mr. Haven, if you please.
Thank you, Dr. Lady, but now may not be the best time.
Nonsense. On to the next schedule. Go on.
Well, gentlemen, I was expected to deliver the results of the survey's head paleontologist elected by the board. As such, I suppose I shall let you all know the consensus. The individual chosen to fill this position is Mr. Edward Drinker Cope.
That scoundrel! Thank you to the board of the U.S. Geological Survey, many of whom are here today. Excuse me.
Mr. Marsh, you have a recent publication with Yale, yes? With the time remaining, let's hear some of what you've been observing.
Of course. Gentlemen, I should like to discuss with you today my collection of fossils that evince Darwin's theories of evolution exemplified through a series of horse skeletons gathered across the...
Cam, this is really great work. I'm impressed. I'd never be able to tell you were capable of this from your web terms.
Thank you. What you doing?
Sorting these articles alphabetically.
Can I help? I love the alphabet.
Sure.
Transcriptome characterization of reverse development and Teratopsis joining. Ah yes, boredom and the rhythm form.
That one's actually pretty interesting. The Teratopsis dorni is a species of jellyfish that when facing physical damage or starvation reverts back into a polyp, essentially beginning the development cycle again. When it was first discovered in the 90s, people called it the immortal jellyfish.
Ew, I will never want to be a baby again. After I die, I hope I come back as a bee. Something stupid. I'm over this consciousness stuff.
You ha, because all God-forsakenness.
No, lesbians don't go to heaven. I'm sorry.
To me, death is just another step in the life cycle. After flatline, I going straight to the body farm.
Sorry, body form?
Oh, it's a research facility for studying body decay. Forensic anthropologists will watch me go through the 4 stages of decomposition. Autolysis, where the body self-digests. Bloat, where the gases produced in the previous stage rupture. Active decay, where organs and muscles become liquefied. And lastly, skeletonization, where all the soft tissues have decayed and dried. Gotta get back to the community, you know.
I love that about you.
Even if I don't come back, I've always been drawn to what we leave behind. That's why I fell in love with the museum. I came here on a field trip in 4th grade, and I couldn't believe all those bones stuck around. It's like dead things don't really die. So, I guess I do believe in rebirth, but instead it's like something comes back to life every time you learn about it. I see it in the education program here when the kids' eyes light up. They keep the dead things alive.
Yes. And you know what? We need to too. Let's take a trip, a research trip. I want to see the Haddonfield Marsh, where Cope discovered the Laylaps fossil.
That's a long drive to fit inside working
We
hours.
only go outside of work. This Saturday.
For research.
Yeah, what else would it be for?
Okay.
Okay, to Jersey. 1869, Haddonfield Marsh, New Jersey.
I don't understand. I have dug this Marsh's fossil bed countless of times before. How could everything be closed to me and pledged to him?
Mr. Cope, what a surprise. I thought you were visiting your family down south.
Marsh, this gatekeeper is clearly mopey. He says you have bought my Haddonfield Marsh property? That would be illegal. I cannot help but think you took this action to steal my fossils.
Richard, a moment alone with Mr. Cope, please. You and I are both aware that anything found in the marsh would be better suited through examination at Yale rather than Harvard. I'm only sending the bones over to the best hand for examination. If I hadn't taken over, someone else may have damaged this land while you were away. I meant no harm, Cope, truly.
After you humiliated me in front of the academy, and what of the credit?
Credit? A true paleontologist has no such concerns. Truth is what we seek, not credit, yes?
Yes, I do agree, but...
Then when all has damaged his pride or ego, there is indeed no damage to begin with. Look here.
What is this? A photograph? Some kind of giant serpent fossil? You have horrible handwriting. Mosasaurus copinus.
Mosasaurus copinus.
Leave the fossil out.
You forgive me now?
Neil, Of course, but I do wish you would discuss these things with me prior. Tell me you plan to take over my dig sites. Tell me my presentations have mistakes in private. And tell me that you plan to go out west alone this summer.
Ah, so that is what's been causing your hysteria, is it? You forget I grew up in the countryside hunting fish and elk like my father. I'm a resourceful man. Further, I am to bring along a few select students from Yale. I shall be completely fine.
And you omitted my invitation?
I'm bringing along a writer, Ziegler, for press, but earnestly I am in no need of an illustrator.
When will you see me as more than just an illustrator? I draw my discoveries as a way of guiding the imagination. Yes, but my work and foremost is scientific.
The students funding the trip are obstinate. Requesting additional funding for another crew member would be frankly impossible.
Now just listen, please. The survey is sending a few members out west for mapping, but along the way, I plan to look for fossils. I won't have paleontologists with me, but only cartographers and a few geologists, but with your students and equipment, imagine if we combined our crews and funding.
Out of the question.
I promised you, I'd prove the paradise I knew existed before our ancestors. I shall have expeditions, not just drawings with my name on them. What I ask you is this. Do you want yours beside it? And it is done.
Superman 1988. A Maggie saw her spotlight issue. Stellar.
You really like comics, huh?
It's because of my mom. My birth mom, not my mom. She sends me like a stack every holiday.
You were adopted?
Mm-hmm.
What's that like?
I don't know. Well, I guess.
I'm sure your mom is proud of you right now since you're making a comic book.
Graphic novel. But, no, actually, my birth mom doesn't know me. We haven't seen each other since I left. She tried to reach out, but really, I prefer it like this. That way, she'll always be perfect. In my head, my birth mom also doesn't like men. When she had me, she just couldn't bear the thought of keeping a child that reminded her of having sex with a man. That's why she gave me up.
And this is real, or this is...
In my head. But I wrote an episode about it in my prehistoric pen pal. So now it's kind of real in that sense. It exists, doesn't it?
Your webtoon, the dinosaurs write letters to each other, right?
Yeah. The idea is, there's this post office in Mesozoic City with an anonymous pen pal system, so dinosaurs write letters to each other without knowing who they're writing to. Through that system, secrets are revealed, love affairs bloom. But the real plot starts with the main dinosaur, Rory. Yes. He gets a letter from his father. The thing is, his father died
10 years ago, right? I picked up on that. It's cute. I like the art style.
Parent stories are my specialty. If you don't like your parents, I can make up something for you too.
I'm alright, thank you.
Do you have a favorite dinosaur character yet?
Not really.
No.
Okay, fine, this one.
Stella? You like Stella the best?
What's wrong with Stella?
She's secretly a vampire dinosaur. It is a bit too on brand for you.
Thanks for the spoiler.
Oh no, I didn't mean to.
I'm joking, it's fine. Hey, my power's back on. This whole thing was so stupid. If you're going to cut my power for paying a day late, then you can't spend 3 turning it back on.
You've lost power for 3 days?
That's fine, really.
Didn't you get a raise? Why would you be paying late?
I'm in the middle of something expensive.
Oh. If you need help with cash or anything, I could...
No, thank you. Letting me use your microwave tonight is more than enough.
I really don't mind. I hate that there's such a stigma around me.
Hey, good work today. That last chapter was great.
Thanks. Actually, Sorin, I wanted to ask you about the way we're telling this story. I found some things that just don't quite make sense. See, in 1868, Marsh blocked access to the marshal in Jersey, right? Which is what historians consider to be the beginning of their rivalry. But Cope continued to live in Haddonfield for the next 7 years, which he wouldn't have done if he didn't have access to the fossils, right? Not only that, but they named fossils after one another the following year, which makes me wonder if they weren't entirely hateful? As in they were enemies on paper, but working together in secret.
In secret camp, we have evidence telling us what happened in the Herald article, which had quotes from Marsh about how the feud started. These men were horrible.
But shouldn't we give them a chance? Shouldn't we try to understand them? I mean, Marsh never
That's
married.
not enough to say he was in love with his rival.
Come on, how else were they supposed to express themselves? It's like Batman and Joker. Their passion is so strong, it can only manifest in warfare.
These are real people.
The primary source of healing are just bones. What about the flesh? The blood?
Flesh and blood.
Marsh and Cope could reconstruct the skeletons of massive dinosaurs from the fossilized bones they dig up, right? That's the fact. That's the bone. But flesh. Flesh rots and decays, so they have to guess that part. Cope was creative and imaginative with his conjectures. So he made these beautifully detailed pictures of scaly dinosaurs and lizard monsters that today we laugh at because of how horribly off he was. But he drew what he believed was real. And it's the same with this. I have the bones. I'm going to create the flesh. You have to trust me on this one.
seems familiar to you because you're making him into an OC.
I have a feeling that this is true. An unspoken transcendent truth. There's something unsaid here that I can't make up. Like something I know, but not here. Here. In my blood. I don't know what it means yet,
What
but...
are you talking about? Kim, this job is everything to me. If I were to tell this story that way, your way, I'd have to know that it's right and true. I should go.
Oh, wait. 1 minute.
Death, the high cost of living.
I think you'll like it.
I'll bring it to work when I finish it.
Oh no, keep it. I have so many.
See you at work tomorrow.
Where's my iPad? Oh, sorry. I think we switched bags.
My precious daughter, Julia. So far, we have been quite successful in the fossil line. I have 20 species of mammals, 8 new, 20 species of reptile, 12 new, and 5 species of fish. We use chisels, wedges, and stone hammers in this land of mosquitoes and midges. Marsh did not accept my invitation to join me. I assembled a group of travelers, some from the survey, some from the bar on the corner of Madden Street. Either way, I am in good hands. They tried to lend me a military hat and revolvers, but I left them behind, as I hate the sight of them. I pray your mother is keeping you busy with your studies so that you don't realize my absence. I'm sending along with this letter sketches of my findings. Please lock the drawer when you place them in my office desk. 6 years of age may be too young for any interest in the world of paleontology, but hear me, child, when I say the slivers of history are worth every heinous sight. You see, looking out across the basin and valleys, I see not the buffalo and wildflowers. I see a world untainted by men. Strange creatures flap their leathery wings over the waves and plunge. They seize many unsuspecting fish, perhaps soar at a safe distance, view the sport and combat of the more powerful saurians of the sea. At nightfall, they troop to the shore and suspend themselves to the cliffs by claw-bearing fingers of their night wings. Far out in the expanses of this ancient ocean might be huge snake-like creatures rising above the surface. A carnivorous sea reptile. Marvelously colored beetles take flights through the lush green forest of forests. Tiny elephants may trample through the trees, chasing beetle songs. Great land saurians feast on decadent fruit hanging from the tree canopies. A monkey clutches a juicy pink paw and hides it from the monstrous jaw of a saurian. And at sunrise, you can hear the symphony of nature's instincts. Kill or be killed, yes, but also love or be loved. Until I return home, bask eternally in your curiosity, my precious star. Your love and Papa. Othniel.
Sorry, I'm not supposed to be here.
Here you are. Come. The moon is bright tonight.
I don't think I've ever looked at the moon. I mean, of course I've looked at the moon. But I guess I've never let myself gaze. Edward, have you always known you were...
Sure. Sun sun, moon, wind, sea. My mother used to tell me I was in love with the whole world. Breathtaking, isn't it?
I can't. I don't know how to imagine this, or really anything being more than it's always been. Can it be taught?
No, it doesn't have to be. We all have it. Some more than others. Some show it. Most don't.
I don't know how.
Ask her to teach you.
Ooh. Can.
Dear Mr. O.C. Marsh,
Not far from this place, a large number of fossils, supposed to be those of a megatherium,
Megatherium?
a giant sloth that's gone extinct. He needs to know I know what I'm talking about.
Do you know what you were talking about?
Supposed to be those of a megatherium, although there's no one here sufficient of a geologist to say for certainty. A few bones have been dug up, and we've secured the location of many men.
The payment now. Give it here. We are working men and not able to present this as a gift. We have said nothing to anyone as yet. As proof of our sincerity and truth, we have sent you a few fossils at what they cost us in time and money in unearthing.
We would be pleased to hear from you, as you are well known as an enthusiastic geologist and a man of means, both of which we are desirous of finding, more especially the latter. Signed, William Reed and William Carlin.
That might be confusing. How about Harlow and Edwards?
Our middle names.
If this goes haywire, we can sell them the coke without being traced.
One shoulder blade, 4 feet, 8 inches long. A single vertebrae, 2.5 feet around and 10 inches thick. This is no megatherium, gentlemen. This is Harlow and Edwards. I shall pay you each $90 per month to excavate this find. Send your discoveries directly to my office at Yale, and whatever you do, do not let this information outside our circle. There are monsters among us watching for weakness.
Dramatic fellow, 80.
Yup.
90 is better than what we make at the railroad.
Yup.
Cope. My men, Edward and Harlow, tell me you've got a quarry not 30 miles east of them. Is this a threat?
A threat? We were there first. I find it distasteful you have decided to plant your dig site so close to mine. In fact, I have instructed my workers to trust no one in the West should your men wander near my treasures.
Is that so? I have given my men the direction to smash any bones left uncrated lest your men wander into my territory.
Destroying bones? Sir, you have shattered your moral compass. You disgust me.
Gentlemen, your attention please. In Allosaurapod of the Jurassic period, lay your eyes upon the magnificence of the Allosaurus. The name is of Greek origin, meaning different lizard, because it is different from any other dinosaur.
How creative.
Allosaurus, credit Marsh.
The Dystrophasis violame, or the Dystrophasis of the late Jurassic period, vialamele, meaning of the bad road, refers to the arduous routes taken to salvage the beast's remains, which my men have taken, which they are paid for. Yes, I pay my workers, unlike some other individual whom I will not reveal.
I will pay them eventually.
Dystrophaeus, credit Cope. And what a lovely drawing.
Oh yes, the public loves an accompanying drawing.
Ooh.
Specimens from my quarry in Como Bluff reveal a new species. I present the long-necked titan, the Brontosaurus.
May I point out that the skeleton presented by Mr. Marsh is not a so-called Brontosaurus, but simply an Apatiosaurus with the skull of a Camiosaurus.
Overruled. Marsh is credited with the discovery of the Brontosaurus.
What? But, I give you the Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus. Credit Marsh.
Loxophodon.
That's just a Unititherium. No credit.
Tanoceros.
That is also Unititherium.
Titanosaurus!
Sorry. Who's this?
I'm Richard Leidecker, and I've named the Titanosaurus the first dinosaur discovered in India.
That's pretty cool.
Credit Lineker.
Optimus.
That is also Unititherium.
Oh.
Will. William Reed.
What is it, William?
It is freezing. I have yet to receive my pay from Marsh.
Be patient. It will come, Will.
Hope is not cheap these days, Will.
I am cold, too. I am hungry, too. But Will, this is the only work we have. Now, help me with this rock.
Tired, Will.
We have no choice.
I do. I was approached last night by a man. One of Cope's men.
William,
Cope pays his men monthly, Will.
you won't go, will you?
I will.
What does one do when Will disappears?
Oh, hey, Sorin. Did we switch bags last night?
Yes, well, actually, I took yours.
Oh.
Sorry.
Accidents happen. I just drew with the old pen and paper. I did a scene with Reed and Carlin. I don't know if this should be like a B plot or if they should just pop in and out. They're super cutie though.
Will you teach me to draw?
What?
I accidentally took your tablet home and I opened it. I saw the scene where Cope is writing a letter to his daughter in Major Basin.
No, it's not finished yet.
I also saw my name in the last panel. He wrote my name over and over and
Is that weird?
there are weirder things going on. But it made me realize that I don't know how to draw like that, or at all, really.
I don't understand.
Can you teach me to draw? I need to know if I can imagine. Never mind, sorry, this was dumb.
Yes, yes, I love drawing. You can draw now. if you like.
Now,
What do you want to draw?
the moon, a dinosaur, sorry. What do you want to draw?
I don't know. I'm just so happy to be here.
Okay, then, Triceratops.
Cam places the sketchbook in front of Sorin.
What?
She moves behind Sorin and places a pencil in her hand. She puts her hand on Sorin's, guiding the pencil.
Now, you want to start with tracing shapes. Lightly, gently. Because the first time was never perfect.
They sketch with slow movements.
Is this okay?
Sorin nods. They sketch.
Is this how you want?
Yes.
They sketch.
Closed.
Cam closes her eyes. Their breathing is synchronized now. Their souls seem to interlock. Cam looks at Sorin. Sorin can feel her stare. She whips her eyes open.
Should we add color? Actually, that was a stupid question. Ceratops is the most likely gray.
It doesn't have to be.
Then, pink?
Pink Triceratops comes to life. Cam walks towards it, gesturing for Sorin to follow. Cam takes Sorin's hand and places it on the Triceratops' nose. The Triceratops nuzzles her hand. Cam and Sorin's hands touch. A moment. Sorin turns to Cam. Cam turns to Sorin.
Kiss. It just. I wanted this for so long. Someone to care about, someone to teach, someone to keep the dead things alive. But not like this.
You mean the expensive thing, right? Adoption? I saw the flyers in her bag.
It'll never work. I don't know what I was thinking.
I think for something to work, you have to imagine it well.
Wow, I am so excited for this 10-minute intermission, after which I will be back in my seat promptly. Aren't you excited? Everyone. So
sorry. I was thrown off ever since the concept of Batman Joker was my brain was just like, what the fuck do you mean Batman and Joker? Have you not seen the Lego Batman plot? That's the entire Yeah, I know. That's the entire Lego Batman.
Marsh's
No. Yes.
Marsh's
Yeah.
their name is